Hello, everyone. Welcome to this is going to be the fourth game series, match number 2 in the NEBVEMBER tournament. We have got Collapse the Electron against 5 Girls, 1 Grungler. I am NekoboyBlue, and I'm joined at the co-caster booth by Scape GT.
Hello here. We are on Tombstones.
Yes.
Yay.
Collapse the Electron took game 1, was it?
Yes, Collapse the Electron won an extremely close game on Gold Rush to open things up. Was able to hold on to the cap points they got early on for long enough for their points to tick over. We will see how the teams respond to the outcome of that first one.
Yep. Teams have swapped now, so we're going to see 5 Girls, 1 Grungler, which consists of Cheese Slayer, Mav625, Nucleari, and Quinto Bean deploying on the Blue Trunks ANS.
Team 2, OSP, is Collapse the Electron. We have Surizel, Lambu, Mulgan, and Ambient Lamp. They swap out Trojan Shadow for Mulgan. Trojan had an unfortunate disconnect in the first one halfway through. Fortunately for them, ANS was able to pull together despite the disconnect. Not sure if this is a swap out to just let new players in, or if it's because Trojan's experiencing some connection problems. We shall see how this affects the teams.
Anyways, taking a look at the deploy screen here. ANS looking like Triple Vox going low, Battleship plus Escorts going high, and I'm seeing a Axford, the Big Milk, has come out to play.
Ooh,
a famous missile build coming out.
That's, that is Battleship, CL's, Cap Fleet, and Big Milk. That is the 4 players on ANS here. We shall see what Big Milk is able to do in this one. For OSP, lots. Oh,
that's a lot of shuttle.
It's all Ruddles.
Yeah.
That has to be all Ruddles, right?
This has got to be Ruddle maxing.
Other than shuttles. There's nothing other than shuttles in this one. That's an all Ruddle comp from OSP. It has to be.
Not a single heavy asset to back this up. Might be a little bit risky here. Normally, when you see Ruddle all-in plays like this, there's something to collect on anything they cripple, say a 450 liner or something. But they're just going for it, so...
Ambient is throwing, says
Yep, they're just waiting on the lock-in screen there, so just 20 seconds on the board, give or take. This is going to be a very fast and very silly game.
Dark is also noticing the all Ruddle in team chat. This one's going to be an interesting one. Yeah. Unfortunately for Big Milk, I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of use for the missiles.
Acela Killers are not going to do anything here against Ruddles. They're just going to
it's all Ruddles. It's all Ruddles. I get the zoom in on the ships.
Collapse the Electron having +1 games here, knowing they can go on to a game 3 and win it. They go for the silly play. Kind of respect it.
Might as well be silly.
All right, let's take a look at it.
Yes, starts with ANS, because we already know what protector it's bringing.
Yep. Cheese Slayer comes in with the cap plate. 4 beamstones gonna have to put in overtime. These are the cheap beamstones run with just the bullseye chaff box, no defenders on these. This has been a pretty popular fleet. Quad beamstone dispersed around the board right now, covering the points. They've got themselves a collection of gun cappers, also lacking defenders, as those have been temperamental lately, not doing their job. 5 gun cap, 1 naked capper going on the outside here.
I believe this is just a renaming of Dumbass 3 with the last one turned into a cringe capper.
Yeah.
I will say I'm a little bit. I think that Cheese Slayer did this deliberately, naming 2 of the destroyers Laffy and Johnston, and then putting the British Union Jack on them is a real dick move for those who know what those ships are.
Anyways. Mav625 comes in with the Big Milk build. This thing is a missile boat and a half. Look at those size 2 launchers.
Slightly, no. This is mostly cruise by the looks of it. So slightly different than what you'd expect from Big Milk, which is normally just direct. We have a lot of cruise missiles, which are already going out into the early cast to try and deny them. Interesting.
Some of those going out here. That's going to be a bit of Nat Yub. That said, well, they're not going to find a carrier or anything, but they might hit one of these Ruddles. Nucleari in the battleship going to basically be doing nothing for the better part of this game. They have some size 2s, but those are all meant for, I'm guessing, killjoy duty. SDM2s for anti-craft.
Likely.
Then they've got 2 lock vets, actually. That's kind of nice to see in the battleship.
They are gun build, too, so they can double as cappers late game if need be.
Yeah. Quinto Bean is going to have to lock in and do some work here. They've got themselves a Task Force Birch-like triple Vauxhall. Tech on one of them with a VLS shoe here. What's it got? Active decoys, not going to matter. Chaff box on the one, and then chaff box on the other. Yep, so.
Lots of AMMs come out from the... Oh, no. That one's not just a Ruddle. That one's laying mines. Oh, I see what's going on here.
All right, a little bit of
OSP with
tech
the
in here. So
OSP bringing the fuck you strategy here as starting with ambient lamp. Are these all the same?
take a look through fast.
No,
Many of them
names
Ruddle.
on them.
One of them already missing is missiles.
Ruddle. One of them already disabled. Takes hits with the missiles.
Trying to find
Whoa!
the odd
Do
one
we have a
out.
Ruddle? I saw rockets already on the A point. Ruddles commit onto A, killing, not quite killing Anus's A cap attempt there.
Just
the
gonna
beam
clip
though
the belly.
counterfires. The beam counterfires into the other Ruddle. There is one low, but she's cleaned up by the CLs quite well there. Oh, Ruddle's already in the backline here as Ambient Lamp on the flank here finds one of Nucleari's lock vets up high, sends a Ruddle swarm at
Spread is
rocket
pretty
swarm
bad, but it does tickle it a little
that
bit.
was
CIC
at range.
dangerously
That was
low.
at range. Yeah, that was at range here. OSP is probably just going to do aggressive pushes with the rocket shuttles here. One Ruddle flanking low at A. This is Cod of Wayland from
Point blank here, the
Nolan
COD should
here.
be able to get this
Morgan.
shot if it commits on target.
Should be able to kill the capper there. Mulgan also flanking low with the Ruddles here. The CLs have their work cut out from them as the Ruddles just rush across the entirety of the map here.
Long range
Cheeslayer
strike towards
tries to get
Seaside, swing and a
struck.
miss on that.
Yep, misses there.
Mulgan
Although
will get the
Ambient
point
Lamp
blank
has
on
nearly...
A. Now there's a whole bunch of missiles down below the map as another Ruddle wing gets found here. Big Milk missiles fire off.
One of them
collects.
One of them takes hit. Two of them survive. Although a Ruddle attack gets the
Beam.
flank into the Johnston
Oh, no, the
here.
Johnson.
As the beam commits, the reactor goes down.
Single
That
Ruddle
Ruddle's
still
actually
alive, diving into the
recoverable.
backline here, looking for that stuff. Ruddle's deploying
Cheeslayer
everywhere.
once again dodges. The Lear once again dodges a rocket strike from this swarm there. As ANS, OSP is on Boxer and Atlas. OSP secures a 4-cap really early on here with this massive Ruddle rush.
The staying power is going to be very limited as not even 100 points on the board right now. OSP is expending a lot of their rockets for not the most gain. Cheeslayer has lost 3 of their Corvettes and 1 of their destroyers. Might be a 4th Corvette here as it's taking a bit of damage.
Hit. Yep, that is a hit onto Cheeslayer there as the Ruddles will
collect on it.
Do collect on that one there.
Ruddles will find another one of the destroyers in the back
Beamstone
line, takes out drive and reactor.
And drive down. Yep, another mission killed beam destroyer. Fascinating. C point being capped as well. Nothing to stop the C point attempt here as the big milk with the cruise missile just salvos out missiles wildly trying to stop all these things.
Winter getting caught out of position right now as the Ruddles have gone everywhere but towards that triple box. They are just diving this backline. Ruddles everywhere trying to find the cap fleet and just deprive the Annis of flight asset.
Quinto is trying to push in a Ruddle attack once again into one of Nucleari's lock vets here, although it was at range as well, so it misses again. A lot of these Ruddles not having not having too good accuracy with their weapons, though.
Yeah,
you can see, though,
lack of it's
OSP,
been shown here.
For what's happening, for what strategy Protectorate is using right now, they're actually playing it pretty smart. You can see how many Ruddles they still have reserve in their backline to discourage repushes to retake ground, as Cheeslayer is bled really early on of most of their assets here.
5
they are
cap
trying to
inbound as the C cap will go through here.
Yeah, nothing to stop that. Cheeslayer loses the drive on that gun capper at range. It takes a couple more hits. The drive's not killed. No restores left.
Very wounded
the CL's
Ruddle
pivoting
there.
around to C-side here to try and stop things.
We see just how quickly
Cheeslayer...
Quinto capitalizes on this as they just start laying down RPF rounds. They need to quickly switch targets, trying to go after anything that's still alive here.
Right. Beamstones.
Big
a little
Bill
bit of
gets found by a Ruddle strike here. That's going to get caught in the broadside if it's not careful.
There is flak and some point defense out from, looks like the BB.
Good strike into the side, takes out one of the modules, beam out for its defensive.
Though it means that is able to survive that and will clean up that Ruddle there. Although that being said, there are multiple Ruddles in the area that do actually have a chance to take advantage of that damage already into that Axford there. AS pushed back into a corner right now as
the Big Milk Axford actually can't plot fast enough as they're trying to queue up these strikes and they're overshooting the Ruddles on the approach. G-Slayer loses the beam on one of their topside destroyers. G's almost knocked out of this game.
With the simultaneously attack from the broadside, though, point defense assist from the battleship, unable to clean that up as the reactor goes down. That is another effectively mission kill. Beam Destroyer. Chi Slayer is down to 1 left. Oh my god.
More and more of these
what the hell
Ruddles
is
just
happening?
diving in, going for the kills wherever they can. Another pick off as one of these Corvettes is going to be crippled here. Prowler drive Corvette for Nucleari on the
those were the lock vets. Yes. Oh my god, fascinating play from OSP here as they have completely just pushed ANS back into their spawn. Another rocket strike against the last of Chi Slayer's beamstones here.
Jeez, loses the beam.
CIC down.
Bad dump at that range, all things considered.
Although they will mop it up. Lambu now under RPF fire from the CLs, programming the last of their rockets to secure the kill. One gets through, the other get RPF'd down. It is enough to mission kill this destroyer, though, as it has lost its reactor as well. And it's CIC 2, which means, yeah.
CIC
oh, no,
snipe
Chi
means
Slayer
that,
restoring the CIC. Yep, no, that's the last of the beamstones.
They're taking a look at it. They know what they have to do. They can't, unfortunately, commit to restoring
Surzal placing sprint mines on Boxer right now.
OSP 5 cap is adding up very quickly.
Disrespect.
280 points here. Sprint mines will buy them time. They went for the blitz play, and they are collecting on it. Triple Box is cleaning up shop, and eventually ANS will recover, but...
If Five Girls, One Grungler doesn't get a move on here, they're not going to be able to get back onto the points in time. The Trivox is pulling back.
Yeah. Trivox like trying to recover
the
here.
Ruddles in their back line, although that puts them pretty out of position to start pushing on and aggressing. By now, ANS has to know what OSP
wait, hang on a second.
Right?
Reactor Bloom on the battleship strips all of its armor off.
Battleship's armor stripped. Where's the Axford? Was that nearby?
Axford was a little bit higher up.
Axford
I believe it
is
escaped.
Up high, yes, so it does avoid the the armor strip, but
the previously immune asset
God.
in this game now suddenly vulnerable to every rocket strike out there.
Oh no. This is not going good for ANS right now, as Surzal sends 2 more against what looks like Chi Slayer's orbital capper here. Those are starting to flank up, and they will try to kill one of the last of Chi Slayer's. No, that's Nucleari's lock vet up top. It does have lock. One of the Ruddles committing onto that.
It may have lock, but the question is, what good will that do in situation here? The 450 is ineffective. The Big Milk missile boat, it got struck earlier, has brought itself back online mostly. It can clean up with the beam here, but the points are adding up fast. 370 on the board now.
CLs begin pushing back into A, catch one of the Ruddles, immediately eviscerate it. Tri-CL RPF damage output is absurd. There are multiple Ruddles, though.
Another Bloom in the backfield there.
The problem that ANS is going to face here is that the only thing that can get on caps really fast enough are those CLs, but if those CLs split to try and do caps, they're going to be super vulnerable to these Ruddle ambushes that OSP has set around the map.
Nucleari loses the lock vet up high.
Yep. As Surzal is able to capitalize on that. The BB armor strip looks like it's flanking back towards C to try and retake the point. Looks like Nucleari
from the Big Milk there.
sending their damaged lock vet to Boxer to retake it, although those mines will deny it. This thing has no defenses operational, and so yep, the mine should have no problem stopping the point at the cap attempt for now. Beam out from Big Milk onto the Surzal's capper there. Surzal lucky that fucking calm equipment didn't go down.
Does Big Milk have defenses in arc of those sprint mines? Its defenders are on the top side if it's not careful.
It does not. It does not, although it has chaff, which means that if it's timed right, the chaff should be able to self-kill those mines. Those mines are likely detected.
Firing still on the Ruddle. They can clear these sprint mines with the beam, but that's a very awkward angle. It may not see these quite yet.
Interesting.
Looks like it's getting the angle. Beam potentially getting on target now. We'll see if they flick battle short and pulse it.
There's the
HE frag missile attempted to clear out the mines.
No! Prox fuse is on the rock, though. Mav knows that those mines are there. The beam turret. Yep, there goes the beam. Immediately, yep, there it is. The beam is going to pick apart the mines. Incredible, incredible play.
Oh, one of them will stage, but gets killed.
Activate! They're going to kill off...
Takes another one of his ship that...
there.
ANS cannot afford to lose any ships at this stage. Every hull matters.
This is going a lot better for OSP than it has any right to, considering the absurdity of this tactic.
Taking a look at OSP as well, like, just looking at their hull count...
The CLs, I believe, are probably worried. Oh, Cheese Slayer starts to send a Cringe Capper into A, but then immediately backs it off, worried that there's going to be a Ruddle ambush stopping it from doing that. You can see Ambient Lamp. This Ruddle is actually... no, this one still has pretty much all of them. The one above A, there's one behind A, and there's the two under from Lambu there. OSP has done a really masterful job of deploying the reserve Ruddles they have in advantageous positions. Their play right now, their win condition is to just slow ANS down on the cap retake. Box are being retaken as
points
Big Milk
before they
does
finally
step
get on
onto
cap.
the point.
540.
That is
That's a lot.
unfortunate.
Seeing this mass Ruddle play, wisely they did not full commit everything. Like Scape had mentioned, they've got a bunch of defensive deployments around. There's Ruddles under every rock. There's sprint mines denying any fast takers. They focused down every light asset they could, depriving ANS of any fast-moving holes or sensor assets.
Quinto is splitting the CLs, sending one of them to Eclipse. It has a defender in arc of where those mines are when it's going to get spot out by them.
It will get there,
mines
but
being
there's
deployed.
Ruddles nearby.
Surazal deploying mines on A point. Oh my god, the disrespect
Those
is
sprint
real
mines
right
will
now
not be detected
as-
until it's too late, given the angle.
Yep.
Potentially may
Cruise
go after a
missiles
dead
out.
ship nearby. We'll see.
Cruise missiles out on Ambient Lamp's Ruddle that just deployed the mines. AMM's out to try and deny as
AMMs
much of
will
those as possible.
impact
They're going to
some.
clean up a few of them, but that is still 4 coming in. If this thing loses its comms, those mines are going to stage early.
Swing and a miss on 1 or 2 missiles.
One misses. Drive wasn't fired.
Still enough
This
to
thing lives.
deprive
This
that
thing
thing
lives.
of its sun drive and
Rocket
reactor.
strike attempted at the same time as the mines come in. That CL takes mine hits.
Reactor bloom
2
in the
hits.
background.
2 hits into this CL, core out most of its guns. Fortunately, those mines didn't hit anything more important. As
There's
the Ruddle
more
does
Ruddles
also
in
attempt to
reserve.
get
Here's
hit.
another strike
As
from
the
above.
Ruddle's flanked from the top onto the top of Quinto here, getting really nasty hits into that CL. Oh no. This is not looking good for
Fine
ANS.
time. There's another Ruddle. The Knob of Marigold still has its rockets waiting in reserve to jump at E point here. Quinto, already damaged from earlier here, is going to be under threat.
Yeah,
Here comes the commit on this thing. Dives around the corner in
there it
2
goes.
seconds.
There it goes. Yep, Ruddle. This is going to be full Ruddle dump onto this CL here, as that thing is going to get cored.
Yep.
It's not going to kill it. Those are just R2s.
It's not going to
They
kill it,
cannot
but it
kill
is unarmed. VLS2 with active
it is-
decoys and nothing else.
No, it's unarmed, which means that Ruddle can just sit on the point. Cheese Slayer is also committing one of their crippled beamstones into E, although that thing is also not armed as well. OSP holds E. C recaptured by the battleship. It does a really long flank into the point there.
More missiles
More
try
cruise
and
missiles
succeed
attempted on
to
A. They're
get the
trying
A
to clear out A as best as possible for what's left of ANS to get commits on. This Ruddle low, empty on rockets, distracting the CLs, forcing them to stop and try to focus on it to make sure that they don't get struck.
Heckby launched towards the E point, trying to clear out that shuttle. That said, this thing is already deployed chaff. These are just pure acts.
AMM's empty. Yep, they are TGGI, which means that if they acquire the ship first, they will go for it.
Swing and a miss on
Looks
those.
like they go for the chaff first. Unfortunate for ANS there. Oh my god.
The Ruddle-Max play is working. The Big Milk is on its way to the D point, but without scouting,
Reactor
it may
bloom
walk into
on
those sprint
A.
mines.
The sprint mines on A, just out of range of that reactor bloom. Fortunately for OSP here, but very unfortunate for ANS. Cheese Slayer now committing a empty cringe capper to the A point here. There is a Ruddle that still has rockets left, although it looks like it is pivoting to commit onto the CLs, which have pushed into really close range now.
In the backline
ANS
as well, talking about it, Suras here with their mine shuttle. They are moving towards B point once again. There's a beam destroyer that's ineffective to cover that.
Does it have rockets still?
It doesn't need to.
It still has 18 rockets. No, it still has 18 rockets. They need to kill the gun capper that's holding Boxer right now.
Yes, you're correct. There is a gun capper on there.
The Ruddle at A commits onto Cheese Slayer here, as well as one from below as well. I have a feeling that
going to
A-cap
get
is going to be
boxed
denied.
in
Yep,
there
A-cap's
and loses
denied.
the Ruddle. Not the Ruddle, the Corvette to Ruddles.
Ruddle pair from Surazal. Probably don't need to
Rocket
put
strike on the
rockets
E point
into-
once again as a wing of 2 from Suras comes back and is looking to collect.
Probably didn't need to, considering that everything here is already like pretty much out. I guess that ensures that the CL was already mission killed. Although OSP doesn't
Quinto
know that
getting struck
necessarily.
again as another Ruddle from Ambient Lamp comes out.
Another Oh, Quinto is down basically 2 CLs. This one is no resource left, only 2 guns. Still has a mag, though.
Battleship holds the C point for now, but
hybrids.
OSP 738, OSP on the B point, catches that Corvette was not being microed, and they step on.
OSP is going to retake Boxer. Oh, no.
Dear Lord.
Oh, Big Milk is flanking towards Dagger, the mines.
I don't think they will see it, and Chaff will not deploy in time here.
They might not acquire
Their
time.
defender is an arc for what it's worth, but this is a risky angle.
They might not pivot in time. These mines are not going to get spotted. Oh, no.
Impending doom moment right here as we just watch the Big Milk coming around the corner. These sprint mine barnacles are going to activate any second.
Oh, no. There they
Defender
go. Defender
goes,
is firing.
sprinting, and impact.
Here they go. Multiple hits into the Big Milk. Oh, no. Oh, no. This thing is... No, the beam is gone.
Beam is gone. VLS is gone.
A Ruddle follow-up. What's left of the rockets in this Ruddle here? Fire at a Viz track, because this thing is missing its reactor. Its radar is offline.
It can become online in time, but they don't have time. OSP looking to get this 3-cap here on 774 points.
A-cap being capped by ANS as Quinto does secure the point with their very, very crippled CL.
Super wounded
and now
Voxel
Quinto
getting
is pivoting their
Damn.
still healthy one onto Eclipse. Unfortunately, Surzal kind of wastes those rockets firing at already dead ships. Lambu is moving one back to try and help with Eclipse. It's only one, though, so we'll see how effective that's going to be.
I hate to say escape, but there's another wing of Ruddles headed towards the Big Milk.
Oh, no. Yeah, Surzal kept 2 in reserve. Is heading for the Big Milk. That's gonna deny Dagger.
There is 5 sprint mines left over, so if they want to be mannered, they can commit a rocket strike and drop mines.
They can mine trap the disabled Big Milk. That would be the ultimate disrespect
Beam is
move.
about to come back online for it, but is it gonna get the fire in time?
The fire order's on.
It gets the shot.
Surzal needs to dump. Kills one of them. Surzal dumping now, recognizing that Big Milk is still a threat. The other one. CIC down, but if it can stun
Impact
the Axford,
takes out the beam.
There it is. Yep.
That is going to be a full hell dump.
Read it out. Magazine down. That Ruddle just full committing. Yep. That should be enough time for Surzal to recover the second
Structure
one.
break. Another Ruddle commits.
Ambient Lamp committing the rest of the Ruddles on the the rockets on the other one. Oh my god. This cannot be working. This cannot be working right now, right?
Oh, amazingly, the Ruddle that got sniped, CIC being restored with a small walker on this thing. It's going to get its mines back.
Missed it on E. A Lambo with a single Ruddle catches Quinto's last healthy Voxel in an odd angle in the rear and manages to disable it. No restores left. Mag redded. Oh my god, OSP's gonna do it.
OSP looking to take this with the comfortable 3-cap. ANS has nothing mobile enough to really get to the points and dislodge.
More rockets into the Big Mill, just keeping this thing
stun-locking that
disabled.
beam turret, making sure it's redded.
My god. This, oh no. The battleship having 0 battle impact. A's just gonna get retaken. Oh my god, look at under A. Lambu still has 2 reserve Ruddles that have not done anything at A.
See them repositioning ever so slightly, thinking about committing now.
Another Ruddle strike into
more onto the E point, just trying to collect the CL.
Surzal should have committed those into Triodia here, as this is the one that is able to restore combat effectiveness. It's already pivoting its guns over once it gets his reactor online.
The sprint mines are deployed on D point.
No. The mine trap. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
ANS came in expecting an entirely different thing. Map asking to repair that chat box. They know what's happening. They see this coming.
Repair that VLS one real quick, please.
He's ordered the restore.
1 minute, 30 seconds.
She's ordered the restore.
1 minute, 30 seconds until Mav is. Mav is she, by the way.
Yep, my mistake. Sorry, I forgot which one was the Grungler. It's Cheese.
Cheese. How did you forget?
I have lost my mind after this Ruddle game. Okay, my IQ is negligible.
OSP still has rockets available on Dagger to just constantly keep stunning the Big Mill, because those mines are going to arm in time. Oh, no.
Mines arming, 1 minute to go on these. That is...
to no one's surprise, A attempted to be recapped by OSP.
Quinto tries to move back to the B point, but it's not going to be in time. A-cap is prevented, for what it's worth, from the battleship somehow hitting this target.
I think that what Lambu is probably going to keep one of those Ruddles under the map, the one that still has rockets left, just in reserve in case that they lose too many ships and go and lose on combat capability. 30 seconds on those mines. We are watching.
Fire cooks off an E point, taking down one of Quinto's ships there for good.
Oh, well, one of the CLs, it might be able to be restored here. The guns are already pivoting. With enough time, Quinto should be able to secure E, though. I don't think it's going to be in time, though.
No.
I'm really hoping that these mines please arm in time before... Yeah, they got 10 seconds left. Uh-oh,
6
Mav.
seconds
This
on the timer. One is going to arm, and then...
not
there it
looking
is.
too good for Mav. Yep, there it is.
Flat. Rocket strike as well.
Yeah.
One manages to miss. The other one gets the impact.
Yeah, that's a dead Axford.
Yep.
Oh no, very unfortunate for Mav though. This Axford will.
Axford
there goes.
dies finally to the last sprint mine.
Oh,
That
no!
is a
Rattle
wrap.
strike on Quinto on Boxer.
Did you know there's more Ruddles? Reject modernity of comps. Embrace 40 Ruddle.
That is a mission killed. Yep, that is a mission killed CL. That is not resecuring. Yep. For what it's worth, Quinto is alive at E, holding in there just barely. More rockets.
Lambo somehow still having that. Quinto throws in the towel, surrenders.
There's
GG is
surrender.
called.
Yep.
Anyways, see you in the next patch, folks, for Rocket
and that's,
Archers get a price bump or something.
Yeah. A team collapse the Electron, wins this one 2-0 with the absolutely absurd Ruddle tech in the second one, as ANS has nothing left to stop that. Cheese Slayer now we're just waiting on this one here. Cheese Slayer.
Only thing alive is the Audi Murphy destroyer. No drives, no reactor. Actually, no, one reactor, just no ability to do anything there. That's going to be the cap out, and yeah.
And there's the surrender from Cheese. Oh my god, there's still 1/3 of the Ruddles remaining. Yeah, some of them with still rockets, like Lambu has one, Surzal has a few with rockets left. Like, OSP still has the ability to just...
There's still strike left here.
Oh my god.
Incredible amounts of damage dealt.
What an absurd game from Collapse the Electron. The all-Ruddle tech works exceptionally well, as ANS is just unable to recover, forced to push into the reserve Ruddles, just bleeding assets the entire way.
The Big Milk, to its credit, pulls 42k damage there. The Battleship somehow able to get 3.5k, but just, yeah. Quinto pulling good numbers, but there's just too much on the board.
Quinto, yeah. Oh, no. Oh no, that one was unfortunate.
Brutal.
For, all right, should we go back up to
yeah? Let's ask them post game in general. As for discussions about this, dear lord.
Oh my god, I'm in shock that worked.
Yep. I've been accused of throwing the dodgeball of prophecy for saying that R2s might be winning the tourney. All right. Hello, tournament goers.
That was fascinating.
Right. We have Collapse the Electron and 5 Girls, 1 Grungler here. Anyone got any post-game commentary to offer?
Life is pain.
Beautiful matches.
That's it. I'm taking the cancer next time.
Maybe people.
All of you are going to fail.
Should run all CLs.
I was kind of hesitant to not see any command SAS CLNs in round 1, so you know. Here we are.
Yes, that would have probably been unironically a very good decision, but we did not expect it to be a good idea.
Ever not a decision?
If you have a good carrier player.
CLN is just better than carrier in terms of damage potential.
Yeah, but I mean, if they have a carrier, they can shoot your containers down.
Right.
I will point out from the games we've seen, R2 Strike has been quite good lately, so.
I mean, it's a byproduct of soft kill meta, right? Like everything, like everyone has to be as points efficient as possible to, like, not be able to trade down in points in fights, especially on frontline. And so, you know, the munitions that can't be soft killed, shocker, are really good against good players that rely mostly on soft kill and cringing.
It's also cheapness.
Yeah.
They're just cheap.
The thing
They're,
is,
yeah,
I pay
very
50
cost-effective.
bucks. I pay, what is it, $54 per destroyer to not be able to defend against that, or 27 points per sprinter to not be able to defend against that.
Yeah. Rockets right now are in a really dominant spot just due to their inability to get soft killed and their high damage output for their cost.
But still, like 40 rocket shuttles is painful to watch.
Yeah, and if there would have been like any amount of flack on the team or grouped up voxels, then the rocket shuttle skew would have
I
gotten ruined.
literally told people that we should be running all CLs. I said this multiple times in our
It
chat.
genuinely would have been fascinating to see an all CL fleet just absolutely curb stomp this team comp, but unfortunately.
We'd in-house scrimmed like way back when we'd in-house scrimmed like all CL versus all Rebel a couple times. It made for some really interesting matches.
The thing is, you do all CL, and then if there are like 450 liners or Acello liners, 450 liners or Acellos, you just kind of lose to that.
I
Yeah.
would
That's not
disagree
correct.
on that because
You
we
can
saw in the
do
all
if-
hands on deck tournament, all CL rush did do effectively.
CLs are quite strong, especially if you have some of them with those missile backpacks to help even the playing field.
And ultimately, at the end of the day, yes, so this is the nature of anything that has any deck building elements, is when you skew really hard in one direction, you are weak to other options. And sometimes skewing really hard in one direction makes you good against semi-well-rounded comps that aren't quite able to deal with the direction in which you have skewed. So you can go around the circle forever saying, oh, well, my dad beats your dad with whatever skew you have in mind, but having like two voxel fleets would have been really fantastic and well-rounded without giving up the long-range potential or bringing like flak on your ships at all would have been really good without relying exclusively on soft skill, because as we've seen, that's really why the R2s are being so strong right now, is because people are investing really heavily into the soft kill and just kind of giving up on primary fire point defense.
For what it's worth.
And yeah, that's fucking you.
The thing is, you buy 2 defenders, say it's a destroyer, you buy 2 defenders per destroyer, you still lose to R2s. That doesn't help you.
You need Aurora, and Aurora is expensive, both in power and points.
Right. I mean, for what it's worth, in that one, Collapse the Electron played the strat really well. The initial rush with strategically placed Ruddle reserves is what won them the match there. Yeah, they did an excellent job with their strat. Although it was a little bit of a silly strat, all things considered, they played it really well.
It's a commendation for the tech of the sprint mines to prevent anyone rolling over your team once the initial rush had worn off.
There's
Yeah,
like
well, because
5
that's
people speaking
something
out when
else.
Who's trying to address me?
Too, right? Like, as if, because we've seen people do full rocket shuttle all-ins before, and they'll dive everything across the border, take the fight inside ANS's spawn, eventually everything dies, and then the game ends because you have no ships remaining. So it was played very smartly.
Yeah, I'll admit, I was expecting, normally when I run a type of comp like this, I will usually have something like a cheap 250 liner guarding each cap instead. But yeah, no, very well done, but you have inspired me that next round in the Glorious Losers bracket, I'm absolutely going to start working on the cancer comps, and you have sentenced everyone else who has had the misfortune.
When competitive Neb has it ever been about anything else than cancer comps?
I wanted to fight with honor. I have been spurned.
There's no honor here.
What this is about.
It was a decent bit of honor in game 1. We'll give you all credit. Gold Rush was a nice opener to the series.
Yeah, round 1 was surprisingly normal.
Well, really, all strategy games, and Quinta was about to say this before she was run over, are about
maximizing the
cancer.
output.
Yeah.
Darg?
Yes?
Wait, who's echoing? Oh, never mind. It's my stream. For some
No
reason,
one?
I accidentally... How the fuck did I click the unmute button on my stream preview?
Strange stuff.
Oh, that's why. Cool. My push to top key is the same keybind for disabling the mute on my stream preview. What the fuck? Oh my god,
nice,
I hate
nice,
this.
nice.
Ah, the internet thing's lovely. Anyways, any more post-match commentary before we round out these recordings?
Against decided in fleet select. GG.
Ben, I
Yeah,
got
no, first game we just got outplayed. We should have pushed much earlier. Second game was, yeah, pretty basically decided in fleet select.